Gabrielle Union has filed a discrimination complaint against Simon Cowell and the producers of America's Got Talent with allegations of racism and sexism on set. Union filed a harassment, discrimination, and retaliation complaint with California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing. She named producers Fremantle Media and Simon Cowell's Syco, as well as NBC Universal and Simon Cowell himself. Union alleges she was sacked from her role as a judge on the show for a refusal to remain silent in the face of a toxic culture, which her lawyers say included racist jokes and performances. She lists allegations of racial insensitivity and sexism on set, as she was threatened by Paul Telegdy, chairman of NBC Entertainment, when she complained. Union claims there was an excessive focus on female judges' appearances, as well as sexual orientation discrimination and race-related comments. Last month, Union spoke about her departure from the show, stating it was a toxic work environment. It put me in a position from day one where I felt othered. I felt isolated. I felt singled out as being difficult when I'm asking for basic laws to be followed. I want to come to work and be healthy and safe and listened to. Her legal case includes a complaint that Union was told by an NBC executive that her hair was too wild and that it needed to be toned down. The complaint states, the critique of Union's hair, which was an unsolicited opinion, was subsequently interpreted as implying that her hair was too black. The complaint also alleges that Simon Cowell was regularly smoking indoors on set, which is against the state laws. Union's lawyer, Brian Friedman, has issued a statement criticizing NBC's Black Lives Matter protests. He said, when Gabrielle Union informed NBC of racial offensive conduct during the taping of America's Got Talent, NBC did not stand with her in outrage at acts of racism. Instead, NBC did not care enough to either promptly investigate Ms. Union's complaints or even ask HR to get involved. Rather, NBC stood against her and directed its outrage at Ms. Union for whistleblowing about the racially offensive conduct she experienced while working for NBC on America's Got Talent. An NBC Universal spokesperson, in a statement to Digital Spy, said, the allegation that anyone involved in this process threatened Ms. Union is categorically untrue. We took Ms. Union's concerns seriously and engaged an outside investigator who found an overarching culture of diversity on the show. NBC Universal remains committed to creating an inclusive and supportive working environment where people of all backgrounds are treated with respect. NBC insisted that the concerns raised by Ms. Union had no bearing on the decision not to exercise the option on her contract. However, America's Got Talent host Terry Crews has publicly apologized to Gabrielle Union for not supporting her after she was fired from the show. I am privileged as a man in a society that also has sexism built in. This privilege carries over into my community as a black man in relationship with black women. It is in this light I want to make further amends with black women, and in particular, Gabrielle Union, for not recognizing the privilege I have, especially in the workplace, and adding this fact to my earlier apology. Dwayne Wade, Union's husband, says his family was under surveillance amid talks between his wife and NBC after she publicly said she experienced harassment, racism, and retribution while working on the show. On Twitter, he said, y'all have deemed her a liar after months of trying to inform y'all of the issues in the workplace and also make sure other employees of color that come after her won't have the same experiences. Instead of looking through the lens of someone who has been an advocate for the black and brown community, for women and for rape victims. Union appeared on America's Got Talent for a single season before she and fellow new judge Julianne Hough were not asked to return in November. Please share your thoughts on this below.